Hello dears, how are you? Hope you are well and good. So as you have already read that thumbnail, that today we are going to discuss about the properties of whole numbers. In the earlier video we have already discussed about the whole number, natural numbers, what are they, how to add them on a number line, how to subtract them on a number line. But today actually we are just going to learn about what are the properties of whole numbers. What are the properties of whole numbers. The properties of whole numbers are actually quite helpful and useful for us. They are actually helpful and useful for us. Actually, why we have that properties? These properties are actually making our calculations easier and faster. Because if we have a bigger numbers, how to do that? These properties are doing that. So in this video we will learn only about the properties. We will not solve the questions, but in the next video we will start solving exercise number 2.1, or might be I will take a live. So see, the first property of a whole number is our closure property. Closure property. I will recommend one thing to everyone, to each and every student of grade 6, is that understand the properties very clearly now, because whatever you are going to study today in this video or in this class, grade 6 class, the same as it is you are going to study in grade 7th and grade 8th. Same as it is. So better you should understand and clear the concepts now onwards, because if you will understand the things now, it will be very easy for you to learn or to revise the concepts in grade 7th and in grade 8th. In grade 6 you are studying in the chapter whole number. Grade 7th you will study in the first chapter, that is integers. I think grade 8 is having that chapter rational numbers. In that rational numbers, all the properties of the same properties are given. So properties will remain same, you just have to understand the concept. If you will understand the concept, it will be very easy for you in the grade 7 and grade 8 also. Okay, so let's see the first property of whole number, that is closure property. Sorry, I'm having a little bit cough today. So what is closure property? Closure property says that if we have two numbers from a same set means like whole number is a complete set. So if we have two numbers from whole numbers, if we have two natural numbers from whole numbers, and we have two numbers and we are doing any mathematical operation between them, might be a plus, might be a minus, a multiply or a divide. We might be doing any mathematical operation between them. Maybe we are doing a plus b, maybe a minus b, maybe a multiplied by b, or maybe a divided by b. The number which we are getting as the result should also be a whole number. If a is a whole number, b is a whole number, after performing the mathematical operation, the answer should also be a whole number. The answer should also be a whole number. That is the closure property says. What does the closure property says? That if we have two numbers or if we have two whole numbers, then after doing the mathematical operation, the result should also be a whole number. The result should also be a whole number. So now let us check. This closure property is applicable in all the four mathematical operations, means whether it is applicable in the cases of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, all the four cases. Check it. Example, 4 is a whole number, right? And 7 is a whole number, right? I am adding them, 4 plus 7. First I am trying to do the addition between them. So 4 plus 7, how much? 11. 4 is a whole number, 7 is a whole number, 11 is also a whole number. So I can say that closure property is applicable in the case of addition. Great. Now I am taking the same numbers I am doing subtraction. 4 minus 7. 4 is a whole number, 7 is a whole number, but is it possible to subtract a bigger number from a smaller number? No, right? For you it is not possible to subtract. But in the higher classes you will understand that it will come any other number, like it will come as a minus 3. So is this minus 3 a whole number? No. So in the case of subtraction, closure property does not applies every time. It does not applies every time. Now let us check in the case of multiplication. 4 into 7. 7 fours are 28. Is it a whole number? Yes, it is a whole number. So we can say that in the case of addition and in the case of subtraction, closure property applies. Then 4 divided by 7, then it will be 4 by 7. Is it a whole number? No, it is also not a whole number. So we can say that whole numbers are closed under addition and multiplication. Are closed under addition and multiplication means only under a multiplication and addition whole numbers are showing closure property. What does a closure property says? That if first number is a whole number, second number is a whole number, then after doing a mathematical operation, the result should also be a whole number. So when we are getting a whole number in the result, only in the case of addition or in the case of subtraction. Is it clear? Yes. Okay. Now let us see the next property. The property number 2 and property number 3 are actually similar to each other. I will write here. Property number 2 is actually our commutative property. Commutative property. And property number 3 is actually our associative property. Associative property. Just remember that associative property is the advanced version of commutative property. Now what is a commutative property? What do you mean by the word commutative? Commutative properties actually deals with the order of numbers. Means if I am having two numbers A and B, they are whole numbers, right? They are whole numbers. Let me write it nearby. A and B, they both are real, or they are both are whole numbers. If I am doing any mathematical operation, maybe plus, minus, multiply or divide, the order of number does not means, or the order of number can be varied. Means if I am doing A plus B, here I can do B plus A. If I am doing A minus B, I can do B minus A. If I am doing A multiplied by D, I can do B multiplied by A. If A divided by B, then B divided by A should also be same. Means if I am saying, for example, I will write here. Example, I am taking two smaller number, that is 2 and 5. 5. I will add them. 2 plus 5 is actually equals to 7, or if I want to write, I can write 5 plus 2. So the order does not vary. Means sorry, the order does not mean here. Mean where if we are changing the order, we are getting the same answer, because 2 plus 5 and 5 plus 2 both will give you what? 7. Right? 2 plus 5 7, 5 plus 2 7. Means we can say that whole numbers are commutative under addition. That is true, because under addition they are following the property. In the case of subtraction, what is 2 minus 5 and what is 5 minus 2? Are they same? 5 minus 2 everyone knows 3. But 2 minus 5, subtracting a bigger number from a smaller number will always be in a minus. Are they both same? No. So, under the case of minus or subtraction, commutative property is not applicable. In the case of multiplication, 2 into 5 or 5 into 2, both will give you what? 10. 2 into 5 or 5 into 2, both will give you 10. That is why we can say that whole numbers are commutative under multiplication. Very good. So, under addition and multiplication, they are commutative. Let us check in the case of division also. What do you think? Whether they will be commutative under divisions? No. Check it. 2 divided by 5 will be equals to 2 by 5 and 5 divided by 2 will be equals to 5 by 2. Are they same? No. So, under the case of only addition and multiplication, whole numbers are commutative. Commutative means the order can be changed. A plus B should be equals to B plus A. 3 plus 5 should be equals to 5 plus 3. 7 plus 3 should be equals to 3 plus 7. And even in the case of multiplication also, 3 into 5 should be equals to 5 into 3. 100 into 9 should be equals to 9 into 100. Commutative property means order can be changed. It is not only then. Associative property is just the advanced version of that. Associative property advanced version means it says that if we are doing commutative property in two numbers, then associative property is actually dealing in three numbers. Means associative property is being done in three numbers. So associative property deals with three numbers. Let us check. If we have three numbers like A, B and C, the order of addition or subtraction order of addition and multiplication does not vary, because here it is only applicable in the case of addition and multiplication. So associative property will also be applicable under addition and multiplication. So it does not mean if I am adding A plus B first, or if I am adding B plus C first. The same case in the multiplication also. A into B into C, A into B into C. It does not mean if I am multiplying these two first or if I am multiplying these two first. Take some numbers, example, like 2 into 3 into 10. Okay. First of all, let me check what is 2 into 3. 2 3s are 6 into 10 means 60. Here I am checking 2 into 10 into 3. I just done it. I means what I did, I just changed the order of multiplication. Now you can check 2 into 10, 20 into 3, then 23s are 60. Both answers are same? Yes. Always the answer will be same. Even in the case of addition also it will be the same. Because we can say that under addition and multiplication, whole numbers are commutative and associative. If they are commutative, then automatically they will be associative, because associative is just the second step of commutative. Because commutative deals with two numbers, associative property deals with three numbers. That is the only difference in both of them. So now let us move to the next property, that is our distributive property. Yes, so now the next is our distributive property. Remember that distributive property is the last property, but actually it is very important property. It is actually very important property. How? Because distributive property also deals with the three numbers and with two symbols. I am saying that three number, two symbol means like A, B, C. We have three numbers. Two numbers are in addition, and the result of them is actually in the multiplication, the third number. As per the name itself, you can say that distributive means we are giving something, distributing. As if I am saying I am having 20 chocolates, if I am saying distribute among the children, what you will do? You will give one chocolate to everyone, right? So this is something like that. Distribution will happen of multiplication. Distribution of multiplication will happen here. How? It will become A into B and A into C. And whatever symbol is here, if it is plus, here it will become plus. Check one more. If it is minus, like A into B minus C, then first of all multiplication will get distributed A into B, then A into C. If it is minus here, it will be minus. So this is the distribution of multiplication over addition or subtraction. I am repeating my word, distribution of multiplication, because multiply is getting distributed. Here one multiply is there, but what two multiplies are coming. Over addition, if the symbol is addition here, over addition, if minus is there, over subtraction. So distribution of multiplication over addition or subtraction. Let us just take one example how to use it. I am saying, example, multiply 454 into 101. For example, into 101. Now what I will do is that 454 into this 101 can be written as 100 plus 1. This can be written as 100 plus 1. Now it will be distribution of multiplication will happen. See, it is the same, like it is becoming in the same format. A into B plus C. So A, this is my A, B, C. Now A into B, 454 into 100 plus A into C, 454 into 1. We know that whenever you want to multiply by 10, 100,000, 10,000, what we need to do is that we just only need to put the number of zeros. So it will be 454 and these two zeros plus multiplied by 1 will be always same. Now I just want to add it. 0 plus 4, 4, 0 plus 5, 5, 4 plus 4, 8, 5, 4. See how easily I can do this big multiplication if we are using distributive property. So this is just an example to show you how to use it. I hope you have understood the properties. Just in this video, I just want to explain you what all properties we have. In the next video, we will start solving questions related to that. Okay, thank you so much, dears. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Up to that time, bye bye.